So Satou Sabally left Phoenix Mercury this off season, and if you remember the whole saga with Satou and Dallas, obviously she was leaving the Dallas Wings. She was posting on TikTok hints that she would basically go anywhere. If a fan of any team was, tweeting out that they wanted Satou being like in the comments, there was a lot of hints that she wanted to go to Indiana. And then when it came out that she had been cored, it was revealed that she only wanted to go to New York or Phoenix. So it was only one of those two places. And then because everyone was kind of shocked when it came to Phoenix, and it was one of those things now where it kind of makes a little bit of sense at the time because all she cared about was the facilities, and in the defense of the Phoenix Mercury, their facilities are exceptional. Matt Ishbia spares no expense when it comes to that team because he wants to win. I don't think he goes about it the right way in a lot of situations, but I do think he's willing to spend. So you've got that, but let's take a listen to what Satou said about her leaving the Phoenix Mercury.
Relatively, I think it's a perspective to being surprised, but I also know that they wanted to keep their options open, so yeah.
And then in terms of your exit, how would you describe it? Did you leave on good terms? Did you not want to go back? What was your feeling towards the Mercury?
I was more so focused on where I want to be next, and I think that is in an environment that really encourages me and believes in me, so I think that was just something that I had to do for my own protection also.
So yeah, it seems like the Mercury didn't want her. She didn't want to go back. And we also I understand that she had made the finals and everything that happened with Phoenix there. But the Phoenix Mercury weren't happy with her. Nate Tibbetts, she was suspended for a game. She got benched. She got benched for non-insignificant periods of the season. She was being benched at times. And I also want to show you guys one thing when it came to Satou. So we're going to look at the regular season last year. So she played, there were a lot of games last season. So we're going to show you guys this right here. You look at Satou to start the year. This is a player that was a starter in the All-Star game. 27, 25, 15, 12, 20, 26, 24, 15, 19, 22, 20, 22. 12, 15, 15, 25. 10, 20. So, you see what happens after this game right here. So, up to this point, this was the All-Star break. Up till the All-Star break, I don't even think she played in the All-Star game. But up till this point, she was averaging 20 points per game. DeWanna Bonner joins the team. Satou, 21 minutes, 13 points in a loss. 6 points in a loss. 15 points. 9 points in a loss. 9 points in a loss. 23, 15. 7 points. 26, 11, 17, 15, 12, 19, 4. Or 9, 14. 13, 10, 11, 24, 14. And even in the playoffs, she stepped up big time against Minnesota, but the first game of the playoffs, 9 points. 2 of 17 shooting. Her game last year went to shit when DeWanna Bonner came back. DeWanna Bonner signing the 7th or the 8th of July. She was a 20 point per game scorer. And if you want to look at how her season finished with her averaging last year 16 points. So my guess is that she averaged about 11, 12 points per game with DeWanna Bonner on the team. So you're looking at a player who had a lot of the offense being built around her. And when the offense was not built around her, she kind of did nothing. So let's take a look at some of the responses. Didn't she say the same thing with Dallas? I mean, Dallas looks weirdly in Phoenix's direction. This is an interesting answer. One day she'll tell us what went down in Phoenix and why she left. Clearly they didn't want her and she didn't want to go back. She left because she didn't like the coach and be with her friends. Yeah, that's probably it. I know she's referenced one week close time zone to family. We want to know what went down, how they fumbled her injury. That is the one unforgivable thing, but I think they were going to keep her anyway. I think they weren't going to keep her anyway. I think they looked at Satou as the only thing she does is score, and we need more than that. Like, I think that's how they looked at Satou. That's just my opinion. I don't really know. But that's how I took it, is that they looked at her as a one-dimensional scorer. And she obviously felt like she was more than that. But why would Phoenix core... And sorry, she's surprised she wasn't cored. Why would Phoenix core after she given literally nothing all season and decide to show up when it was too late? I thought she was really good in the playoffs. Like, I actually have to give Satou credit here. Like, if you look at her in the playoffs last year, she did step up. Like, against Minnesota, in their 3 wins, she averaged 20 points per game. And she played a lot of minutes. It was literally just that Dwana Bonner started taking a lot of regular season minutes, and she struggled. It's as simple as that. Like, and they were never going to core her, especially because she had that super concussion. And look, I'm going to be very real here. Satou Sabally is not in shape. Like, I know, like, you have to kind of tread lightly when talking about that, especially when talking about women's sports, but she's not in shape. She is not in shape. Like, she struggles running up and down the floor. And, like, if you're paying 1.4 million to somebody who's going to struggle running up and down the floor, like, you can't really do that. Like, Satou, the thing is, Satou couldn't do anything because of the concussion. Then had the cyst. Now is an illness. Like, she has to play her way into shape. And the assumption is Liberty are going to make the playoffs, and she has till October to play her way into shape. But, like, Satou's also not a notoriously hard worker, from what we know. And again, I'm just judging it by the infamous Unrivaled is great. I work out an hour a day, and I literally, it was just like when I heard her saying I work out an hour a day, as in like work out on basketball. I'm like, I was never exceptionally good at basketball. I was pretty okay for Ireland. Like, I made the final 12 of the national team under 16s, or like, well, U16 if it's America, or 16U, whatever. I made our national team, but like, I was coming home. I was finishing school, shooting for an hour, coming home. If the weather wasn't bad, would shoot for an hour, or at least an hour, and then would go to my team's practice 5 days a week, which is 2 hours. And I'm like, I was playing 2 to 3 hours a day at 14. I'm like, I wasn't playing enough. The other guys that progressed way past me were playing way more than I was. And I'm like, we're saying an hour a day like it means something. I'm like, oh God, as a pro. But yeah, I think this is it's one of those things where it's like, Satou's sure thing for spicy quite every couple of months. Yeah. When it comes down to it for Satou, like, I think she's a little bit of a Tash Cloud that she will burn a bridge everywhere she goes. And I don't think the Mercury would really want her back, even though, and to be fair, I think the reason she might have signed an 800k contract is that no one was willing to give her a max. I'd be shocked if anyone was. But anyway, yeah, I'll see you guys.